Welcome back, my friends. Another edition of the San Diego Property Show where we highlight some properties around San Diego. Today, we got some special ones because it's some of our listings that one is coming on today. So a little bit behind the scenes, not even on the internet yet, and one that's coming on tomorrow. So this is dropping on Friday, so it'll be on already. But anyways, we are the Beach Life Group right here in San Diego. So if you guys need anything, all our info is below. Be sure to hit us up. Loren, before we jump into the properties, I'm Chris Erickson, by the way. We got Mr. Loren Sanders over there. What's the quick 1-minute market update for the week?
I would say that I'm seeing some more pendings. I'm starting to see some inventory, and this is very, going from 1 month supply to 2 month supply over a period of time, short period of time. 2 months of supply still low, but I started seeing some in the zip codes that follow closely, new listings and pendings, and now it's kind of evened out. Part of what I think happens when interest rates now have moved up a decent amount the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Once again, up over 7. That gets people moving. So I think it might be one of those where it bumps up a little bit, a little more activity, and then we'll even out. Because usually this time of year, we kind of move into where prices, they don't drop, but they kind of, the pricing level settles down a little bit towards the holidays as we head that way. There's a lot of cross currents. That's my word. Let's start over. 60 seconds. We'll do it in 3. There's a lot of cross currents. You got to pay attention to what's going on.
All right. So first off, this one is being entered as we speak into the MLS. Over in Vista, this is Cassidy Lewis listing, 3-bed, 2-bath, over a half acre, sitting 1849 square foot. Really cool property. It's kind of north deep Vista, so you're starting to get into those rural areas as you're cruising around. You start seeing some, just a lot of space out there. So if that's what you're looking for, this could be the spot for you. Hop into some of the photos. This is kind of looking down up onto the property, but on the front, you'll see it's gated. And then this huge parking lot, not a parking lot, it's a driveway, but front door's right here, but it goes all the way around back to this area too. And then it kind of wraps around on that other side. That's where the garage actually is. So here we go, right there. And
that looks like a parking lot.
Yeah, it is kind of. So if you got cars, you got boats, you got trucks, all that kind of stuff, this would be a good spot for you. Big 2-car garage. And then even inside, you can't park a car in there, but there's some attic, like a big old attic space. So the owner recently renovated it, put in new flooring. You do have this original, I don't even know what it is, a stove, a fireplace / stove. Anyways, it's really cool. It's a cool, unique piece that is still in the property, but everything else has been updated. As we get out to the kitchen, you can see some new countertops, new fixtures, all new appliances everywhere. Both of the bathrooms are remodeled, updated, obviously, since this was built. And then primary bathroom right there. And here's the land. So it's kind of tiered. You got the house sitting up here, and then this is the bottom tier. Potential to build, you guys would have to look into it because it is on septic and the leach lines kind of run through the property this way. So there is some area back here that might have a possibility, but definitely do some more diving in this area too. A bunch of fruit trees, some citrus trees, all kinds of fun stuff out there.
Okay, so this one is in Encinitas. Here's the thing about this. You're on a half acre. You're on the golf course at Encinitas Ranch, but you're 5 minutes to Moonlight Beach. You're on a half acre. When you're in the house in the street that this is on, it feels like you're kind of a little more country setting, a little more rural setting. It's surrounded by the golf course and Quail Gardens area, which is a cool, it used to be super rural over there. Now it's getting filled in, obviously, with houses like this. But great house with a guest house, 5,300 square feet total, 5-bedroom, modern Spanish, dialed in. Will sell quickly, about 4.895. Just a super cool, clean house, nice pool, nice guest house, and you're on the golf course.
Do you know what hole this is?
Well, they've switched it around a couple times, but that's where right before you head back up the hill there. So I would say that's 7.
All right, I'll go with that. I've only golfed it twice, so I forget. I always get confused out there. But this street too, there's like not too many houses, but as you're cruising on the golf course, you look back at these houses and they're really big properties. They're beautiful. And there's not many that ever come up out there because it's just a small little street, there's only a handful of houses right there.
Very few. It's a single loaded street, which is nice too. It has that, it just has a great feeling over there. And like literally 5 minutes to Moonlight Beach, You're on the golf course. You get to, wherever you want to go. It's one of those centrally located spots. It's kind of a hidden gem, as we would call it. That particular home is listed by Monica Leshik with Berkshire.
Now we're hopping over to Del Mar, and this is a unique property. In the listing, it says it's one of the first houses to be built in Del Mar Terraces, the Beach Cottage. It's rad because I'll show you the location. I mean, you can see the location right here, but in this little corner of this restaurant, there's a few hidden little gems if you haven't seen that little spot right there. But for the price point, for where it is, I mean, look where it is right here. Boom. You got some smaller lot, but still 1930s house, and it's under 2.3. So 3-bed, 2-bath, just shy of 1335 square foot, cruising through. It's small. It's quaint. It is a cottage, but it's
1930.
Yeah.
Built in 1930. That's super cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm going to jump into, I'll show you on the map view right here. Right on the corner, you can walk down to Bird Rock Coffee. Roberto's. Is right here.
Yeah.
I believe there's a pizza place in here as well. So not many people know about these 3 little spots, but the Bird Rock Coffee Roasters, it's overlooking, there's this little patio out front, so you're overlooking like the lagoon and stuff. It's very gorgeous down there. But yeah, there's a few little restaurants. This is like a hidden little strip in Del Mar where you do have a few little restaurants right off Carmel Valley Road that, if you're living there, it's fantastic. But if you don't cruise that way too often, it's worth checking out.
A lot of natural beauty along there too, because you're running along that lagoon and that open space that runs down to the coast right before Torrey Pines State Beach. That comes down towards Torrey Pines State Beach.
And this one's listed by Bill Bonning of EXP.
To me, this is one of the better bargains for homes in this price range. This is Aviara Point. It's gated at the top and bottom, runs along right next to where Aviara Resort and Golf Course is. Property sits above looks out over the golf course to the ocean. So it's a great westerly view. 4-bedroom, 4-bath, almost 5,000 square feet for $4.4 million. And these are really truly custom houses. If you drive this street, I mean, there's still a couple vacant lots up there that very few, but there's a couple, but very individual houses, and you get a pretty quality house on the coast. Pretty darn good quality house on the coast up here for the price that you're paying. So anyway, it's a great spot, really nice house. Everything's dialed in. This one's listed by Jim Kling with our Compass office, and really elegant. It's completely different than the other property we were talking about in Encinitas.
And you picked another one where it only has, it's like a very small community. So you just have it's houses on either side, but there's not too many in this little community as well. There's a few more than the Via Zamia house, but not too many in this little spot.
These were, when they put these lots up here, actually when they were envisioning Aviara and it was a 4-season hotel that was in the middle of it, they were thinking that more of the houses would be like this, custom big nice houses, and then the economy went down the tubes, and so this is really the only custom houses in Aviara. So anyway, it's great spot.
And then we have a coming soon property over in San Marcos. Now these are the old pictures. They did buy the house about 3 years ago, so some of the things have changed. Up front here, there's no longer this. Now they just have some artificial turf, so you don't have to worry about that. Inside is basically going to be the same. You do have nice kitchen updated, all that kind of fun stuff. They did add a little more storage on this side here, but it's over in San Alejo Hills. It's 1166 Festival Road, and it's coming on at 1.4. It should be dropping, like I said, right as the property show is dropping. So it's listed by Cassidy and myself. You got San Alejo. There's not much in there. There is very few properties. This is one of the only ones under 1.4. So backyard's basically the same. You do just have a little bit of turf. You got some concrete over here. They do have some AC behind the bush there. So anyways, great property. You do have this big hill. So there are other properties up here, but they're kind of set back a little bit. So you don't really have anybody staring directly down here. And like I said, it'll be coming on Friday. So hit us up if you guys want to go check that one out. We should be open this weekend as well. It's kind of in the central part of the hill as you're going up. Town center is right down this way. You do have kind of like lower San Alejo, and then you cruise up and you go left. It's Quest Haven, but it turns into Wild Canyon. So it's right up here. And one thing about just this specific road, it was built in 2011. These ones, even though they're the same community, they were built in, I believe, in 2006. But the Mellorews in this little section is quite a bit less than the other sections up there, just because it was built a little bit later. So anyways, it is a bonus. So if you guys are looking at any of these areas or any other areas, all our info is below. You need some help, you want some open house info, any of that kind of fun stuff, drop us a line right below. We got your back when making the move here in San Diego.